What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jorvik and today we're doing a little bit of a different video. There's a lot of movie trailers that came out over the last week or so, and I've been out of town. I've also been sick, so I haven't really been recording. But I thought instead of doing individual videos reacting to some of these trailers, I would just throw them all into one long video and you can pick and choose what trailer you want to see, if any of them. So I have 6 trailers pulled up. One of them actually came out as of recording this today, but we'll get to that later. So if you like this type of format, let me know. I really wanted to get into some of these other reaction videos where I was talking about stuff that I like. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the first one, which is the trailer for The Acolyte, which I am really excited for. But let's go ahead. I've seen stills of this trailer, but I haven't seen the full trailer. So I'm really curious to see what is going on. So let's go ahead and dive into it.
Your eyes can deceive you.
Okay.
We must not trust them.
I love the aesthetic of the show already.
Tell me what comes into your mind.
It's cool to see like the Jedi again. That's what I really like about the expanded universe.
Light. Balance. I see fire.
Oh, nice. I didn't know she was in this. Sick. I love the fight scenes.
Someone is killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense.
Ah, yes, we got the Miles Morales haircut. Nice.
What happened?
I sensed darkness.
Oh, yes, we're getting golden robes. I like that.
This isn't about good or bad. This is about power and who is allowed to use it.
What is that?
Oh, sick. This is the story. Oh, I'm excited. That looks sick. 2 episodes from June 4th. Wow, that's sweet. Okay. Alright. I'm down with it. So I was afraid that this show wouldn't wouldn't come out, because for a long time they announced the show, I think years ago. I think when they initially announced that they were doing an Ahsoka show, they were doing Andor. I think in that initial announcement they announced this show. So it's been in the works for a long time. I don't remember anyone's name, unfortunately, but the girl who played X-23 in Logan, she's a Jedi. She's in makeup. I didn't realize she was in this, but she looks great. The Trinity from Matrix, I don't know why all the names are slipping from me. But no, it looks great. I think the biggest thing about this is that it takes place during the High Republic. So the High Republic was an era in Star Wars that was like, I think 100 years. I think the end of it ended like 100 years before, like the Phantom Menace, like, the Skywalker saga as we know it. So it'll be really exciting to just kind of see a different timeline, really, because honestly, like most people with Star Wars, I'm kind of sick of the Skywalker era timeline. Although I love all the projects that come out of it. I'm a big fan of Star Wars. I've loved Star Wars. You can burn me at the stake for this. I like most of the sequel trilogy. I think there's a lot of good there that people overlook. I think Rogue One is the best Star Wars film, and then right under that is Andor. I think season 1 of Andor is like peak Star Wars for me personally, and I even like The Last Jedi. I think that's probably the second best film because of what it does for the world, regardless of you like Luke or not, or Rey. That's a whole different conversation. But this in particular is going to be really interesting to see a like Jedi serial killer. That is pretty interesting. Obviously, that's type of storyline has been done before in like other projects, like just kind of like whatever. But it will be interesting to kind of see if this person is actually Sith. I mean, yeah, they have a red lightsaber. But if I recall, I'm pretty sure that Darth Maul was the first time a Jedi has fought a Sith. Obviously, they're probably retconning it a little bit, but it could be that all of these people die, all these Jedi die. And maybe like the reason why they're dead is because maybe it was a cover up. I think that would be interesting. I did see a screen crush video that like talked about it, but like I didn't watch it all because I wanted to watch this trailer first. So I'll probably go back. But I think they mentioned that it could be like the reason why this like these group of Jedi or this like Sith, whoever they're fighting, doesn't know. Like it's not mentioned, right? Now obviously like back then, I'm sure George Lucas didn't have plans to have a show that was this, and the High Republic technically didn't exist anyway. But I'm excited for it. That comes out pretty soon, a few months. So let's move on to a different universe. This is the DC universe. And this is a kind of a follow-up sequel show to one of my favorite DC movies, I think, period. And that is The Penguin. Let's go ahead. God, dude, Colin Farrell's so good in this show. In the movie, too. Like, he just so good.
There was a gangster. Real old school type. Rex Calabrese. He was a big deal.
Ooh, I wonder who he's talking
helped
to.
people. He saw you on the street, he'd call out to you.
God, dude,
When
I
I'm
love
14
Matt
or
Reeves.
something,
Great director.
there's a
Great
heart attack and
storytelling.
dies. Still holding a cigar. In my neighborhood, they throw a parade in his honor. A friggin' parade. I mean, it wasn't fancy, but it was a gesture.
Scenes from the Batman.
To show love for what he meant.
I look at those characters.
Can you imagine to be remembered like that?
Sick. Oh, this fall. That looks good. I really like I mentioned before, the Batman is probably the best Batman movie ever. I know people have their own favorite Batman. I think physically I like Ben Affleck's Batman, like especially in his Dark Knight Returns costume that he had in BVS. I think he just looks great in that, but I think Robert Pattinson enveloping that character into this dark and gritty Gotham that Matt Reeves just built, and I just love it so much. This was another show that was like announced like 2 years ago, and I'm surprised that Zaslav hasn't nipped this in the bud as well. But I think it's because people are looking forward to the show. I do think that the Colin Farrell's Penguin, I think, is probably the best version of the Penguin that we've had in live action. Like obviously like Danny DeVito I think was good, but he played like a completely different version of the Penguin. And then I don't even know the guy's name, but Gotham, his Penguin I think was just super, like he wasn't menacing, like, but Colin Farrell, like he just looks like a mobster. Just Matt Reeves' take on the Penguin I think is great. Just how his take on Batman I think is really good. So I'm really excited to see in the aftermath of Gotham flooding in the Batman movie, spoilers if you haven't seen it, go watch it, please. It'd be interesting to see like kind of how he takes power. I'm assuming this takes place after this, because there was a shot from the movie in there, from the end of the movie. So it would be really interesting to kind of see where his character goes from here and how he becomes like this kingpin of the underworld. And maybe we'll get introduced. I wonder if, because they're still doing the Batman 2, and I know it's labeled as Elseworlds, so, it's not part of James Gunn's main, timeline for the DCU. So it would be interesting to kind of see how this show sets up maybe the Batman 2, maybe sprinkling in some more characters. It looked like he was in Arkham at one point, or at least in prison, like the same spot where Joker was and the Riddler was in the first movie. So I'm really curious to see how that goes. If that comes out this fall, that's good. It comes out this year. That's pretty exciting. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Jenny Ortega, of course.
Daylight come and we want to go.
What an interesting song choice.
Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and we want to go. Day, me say 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 day.
It's kind of cool.
The juice is loose.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't even seen the original Beetlejuice. It's been on my list to watch for a long time. I just kind of wanted to see what this trailer was about. It's a teaser. To me, I think this is what a good teaser is. It just kind of gives you like, hey, here's some returning characters, or here's some characters, here's some vague imagery, and then like, here's the guy, But because this is technically a sequel, I don't even know when the original came out. I think it was like 30, 40 years ago. Definitely before I was born. But I know Winona Ryder was in it originally. Michael Keaton plays the ghost guy. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I haven't seen the original, but I know he's in it. So it looks like they're returning for this. That's kind of cool. Jenna Ortega maybe playing the daughter, I'm assuming. I know a lot of people, mostly men, don't like Jenna Ortega because she's in everything now, but she's really been in like 4 things. Like, it's not that serious. Like, she's 2 Scream movies, and she was Wednesday. 3. Oh well, no, she was also in X. Is it X or The X? I think it's X, the A24 film. That's like a sequel. It's like a sequel to Pearl. I don't know. That's like a companion piece. That's like 4 things that I know of that she's been in. So it's not like she's been in everything. It's gonna be really upsetting when all these man-childs are gonna get really upset when she's like Tigress or something in the MCU, or is a Jedi in Star Wars. But yeah, I'll probably go see this. I have a friend who's big into this film, so I'll probably watch the original with her, and then we'll probably go see Beetlejuice. Okay, so moving on to the next trailer. This one I didn't even know was happening. As I was looking for trailers, this came out as of recording like earlier today. So we're gonna watch this. This is the new trailer for Bad Boys.
Bad Boys trailer is coming out.
Right now.
Right now. Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right now. Right now.
Check it out.
I really don't like these
Come on, Mike.
previews before.
We are late.
My stomach, Mike. I need a ginger ale.
Get a ginger ale and nothing else.
Are those dogs fresh?
Put them in yesterday.
Give me one. Put some relish on that motherfucker.
Open the register.
Stick right there.
Is that Skittles on the counter, Marcus?
This ain't mine, Mike.
Yes, it is.
Get the fuck up.
Marcus, get in the car.
He has a gun to my head.
Want to deal with him? You want to deal with me?
Sorry, sir, but I got it.
Call 911. Aren't you the police?
I really like
Hey,
Martin
Reggie,
Lawrence. I'm
you
glad
ate
that
my
he's kind of
snacks?
back
No, sir.
out.
You ate my snacks, didn't you? You need to get a job.
I'm a U.S. Marine, sir.
Well, then you need to deploy.
Dad, look.
We now have evidence
funny.
that the late Captain Conrad Howard of Miami PD was working directly with drug cartels for years.
Interesting.
Captain Howard is being framed.
What the hell? He's texting us from the other side.
No, he's not, Marcus.
If you're seeing this, I'm probably dead.
Fuck! Fuckers! Fuck them all!
I don't know how high up this shit goes, but don't trust anybody. You're my bad boys. Now clear my name.
You should be careful.
I really like the cinematography,
detectives.
especially fighting in the back of a Chinook helicopter. That's pretty tight. Ooh, I like that shot right there.
We got 2 suspects, Lowry and Burnett. They're armed and dangerous.
In 5, 4, 3.
No! Windshield wiper fluid is flammable!
I ain't no damn scientist.
Y'all are some terrible fucking fugitives.
I need nasty Mike. Bad boy. I got this. What you don't do?
That's cool. It's good use of slow-mo. Oh, that's a 6 shot. Ooh, that's another 6 shot. Yeah, let's go.
Are y'all still in our clothes?
Just because we black, we still in your shit? What?
Why don't you sing us a little Reba song?
Reba.
Sing your favorite.
I'm a woman.
So I'm a strong black woman.
Strong. Yeah,
I'm a-
because she's not black.
Yes.
What you gonna do? What you gonna...
That ain't no Reba song.
It's from her mixtape.
Okay. Yeah, that's funny. I mean, it's been a while since I saw the last one. It's been a while since I watched all those movies, actually. I think it would be really fun to go back and watch all those before this movie comes out. June 7th, another one that's kind of quick coming up. I really like this whole, I know people talk about sequels and like how they're not needed, and I agree. But something like Bad Boys, the way that it ended originally before they had the new one come out a few years ago, it kind of was, it kind of felt unfinished, right? And so like for me, it's not like I care about these characters, but like for me, it's just like one of those like films that's like, you know, why not catch up with these characters? You know, what are they doing now? And it's cool that they're bringing back some of the old cast. I think that's pretty great. I don't actually remember what happened in the last movie. I'm gonna have to go back and watch all 3 of them. Again, I think that's 3. Go back and watch all 3 of them before this one comes out. But I do love that there's always like a movie where, like in a trilogy or in a set of films where the heroes are framed for something. It happened, obviously this one, I'm pretty sure it happened in the Angel or like Olympus Has Fallen trilogy. I think that last one, I think it was Angel Has Fallen, was where Gerard Butler character was framed for the assassination attempt of the president. There's, I think the Bourne Legacy, or not the Bourne Legacy, like the Bourne series, I think does that. I mean, there's a lot. Obviously, there's Enemy of the State. There's tons of these action films that it's like the good guy's always framed, right? So I mean, I'll be curious to see. It just looks like a fun movie. Some of those shots in there looked pretty sick. So there was some pretty good use of slow-mo. That shot at the end, it looked like a drone was going through, and you saw the guys like getting killed and stuff like that. Like, I mean, that looked really good. And that fight scene on the Chinook, I'm sure in the movie will be extended, obviously, because it's just cut down for the trailer. That looked pretty good. You know, that's a tight space. I didn't see who's directing this film. It wouldn't surprise me if the director was a stunt guy, stunt coordinator, because you have, who's the guy that did Extraction? I forget, Gareth Edwards, I think his name is. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But like, you have a lot of these guys who've been working in stunts for, years, and now they're directing movies, and their knowledge from, designing these stunt fights and all these things. Their action movies are great. Same guy who did, the other guy who did John Wick, a lot of the John Wick films too. Alright, so the next trailer is for a show that I really loved. It was one of my favorites. It's House of the Dragon. Really happy that we're getting trailer 2. I didn't know, or a trailer for season 2, sorry. I didn't know there was 2 trailers. I did watch the green trailer, but this one is the black trailer, and I haven't watched this one yet, so I'm assuming this one's going to be about the Targaryens. So let's go ahead and check this one out.
We fight for our queen!
God, I love the show.
My father chose me, his firstborn child,
what a great shot.
to succeed him.
Practical shot too.
He held to his decision until
that wasn't a practical shot.
And yet,
Alicent's son sits my throne. I mean to fight this war and win it.
Man, I love them. They do such a good job.
Will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
That looked like the North.
The High Cows are marching. You must crush this beast at its head.
Our terms are very simple.
That was a sick shot
Renounce
too.
the false king and bend the knee to the king, or your house burns.
When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten, you will not even remember what began the war in the first place.
We fight for our queen!
I feel what I've begun.
Sick. Sick. June's gonna be a good month. Oh, that's exciting. So this comes out in June. Acolyte comes out in June. Oh, I'm excited. I really liked the first one, the first season. I did watch Game of Thrones, but like most people, it fell off for me. I don't think season 8 is as bad as people say it is. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot wrong with season 8 of Game of Thrones. But I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. But, it's whatever. It's done. House of the Dragon season 1 I thought was great. I thought it was just a great political show. I really liked that there wasn't a lot of just random sex scenes. I really liked that it was just straight story, straight plot. And the way that it ended, where you're just like, oh, like you feel, see, the House of Dragon's one of these shows that you watch, and the whole time you're watching it, you just like, you just like want to jump through the screen and just strangle one of the characters because of how stupid they're being, or just like the decisions that are being made by some of these characters, which is a good sign of some good writing. I'm really excited for this. I thought we would have to wait a little bit longer for this season, but for it to come out in June, it's pretty soon. It's only a couple months away. I mean, we're at the end of March. Yeah, we're at the end of March already. So just 2.5 more months and it's here. All right, so that being said, let's get into the last trailer here. Fede Alvarez. Yeah, Don't Breathe. Yeah, it's a good movie if you haven't seen it. Oh yeah, I forgot he did the Evil Dead remake. Oh my god. Oh, dude, those face huggers, man. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Now, August. Now that's how you do a teaser trailer. That's perfect. Wow. Okay. So it looks like it's definitely going back to form. I believe, I forgot this movie was even happening until my friend sent me the trailer, and I was like, ooh, no, I have to wait on this. Yeah, so I believe this takes place before Alien and Aliens, so between like the first one and the second one. I believe this is when this movie takes place. So I'm really curious to see how it fits into the timeline. I think the main girl in there is Kaylee Spaney? I don't know. She was the girl that played Priscilla, I believe, in that Priscilla film. I know the last few films have not been great. I think there's a lot, especially like Prometheus, for example. I know a lot of people don't like Prometheus. I don't like it either, but like I mentioned with the Star Wars trailer, it does a lot for the universe. Like, I think it is an interesting idea that you have these other alien beings who created us and created the xenomorphs or the protomorphs, whatever they're called in Prometheus. So I do think like that's interesting. And then with Covenant, I don't even remember what happens in Covenant, but I remember that movie looking really good. Like, I think the scene, like the cinematography of Covenant, I think is really good, but that's just me because I'm a camera guy. I really love cinematography. And that looks like that this movie is going to have some great cinematography as well. I'm definitely going to have to rewatch Alien and then probably Aliens as well. I mean, again, I don't know where in the, like, I know in the timeline it takes place between 1 and 2. I just don't know, like, where. Like, are we in a different planet? Are they investigating the original ship? I don't even remember what the original ship name is called. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting. But that does look really good. Dude, the face huggers, man. That scene where the person turns the corners and they just... Oh, dude, that's the one scary thing about these movies are the face huggers, I think, because it's just so terrifying. And I think the tone that this teaser gave is that it is going back to its roots. It's going back to being more of a sci-fi horror. That's what was great about the original Alien. And you can say Aliens as well, but I feel like Aliens was more of an action horror. But like it was more action based. It wasn't as like terrifying. So maybe we'll get, ooh, I wonder if we'll get a like a new like chest burster scene. I think that would be interesting to kind of get like an updated version of that. And it would be curious to see that xenomorph at the, obviously the face huggers were CG, it looked like a little bit, which is fine. It's whatever. It's dark enough in there. I think it'll be fine. But that alien looked practical, so I wonder if he's going to go back to doing the practical effects. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know if you liked these types of videos, if you want me to do these trailer reactions either individually or do just a bunch in a group like this. So let me know what projects you're looking forward to this year. And let's move towards my first subscriber goal of 1,000 subscribers. I have a pretty good plan. You know, if you can get me to 1,000, I will react to one of my old short films that I acted in. So, and just kind of do commentary on it, talk about the decisions that were made. I think it'd be really fun to kind of do that. So if you can get me to 1,000 subscribers, that would be the goal. And that would be the kind of reward special, I guess, that you guys would get. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. My name is Jorvik. I'll see you next time.